Welcome to today's reading with Wild Pod Spirit. I'm feeling this reading today is going to be for someone who's feeling a little bit lost. Like they're just floating through life without direction. You're just feeling like, what am I doing with my life? What am I meant to be doing? Where am I going? You're just feeling lost, and I'm feeling maybe this exhaustion and just drained and energy from you right now. So let's just tap into that and see what's been going on for this collective, please. Okay, so we've got the moon in reverse, which is around really starting to trust your intuition. And I feel that's what's needed here. You need to be trusting your intuition about, where you're being guided. Trust what feels right in your body. Are you feeling drained by circumstances, people, situations, work, whatever it is in your life right now, that you're feeling like your body's telling you it's not right for you? Trust that intuition, and you're starting to see that now. You are really starting to see that it's not right for you, and that's why you're feeling so just drained and ungrounded. Page of Swords in reverse. So this could be about often communication problems. There could be someone in your life where, you feel that there has been issues, but also going internally, it could be, you're stuck in thought patterns for yourself. Like maybe it's, I'm not good enough to do something different, or I don't know enough to, do that, make a change. I don't know enough to get that new job, or there's something that you're feeling, it's in your mind, but you're feeling like you're not good enough. And that's really what I'm seeing with that card. So even though you feel like you need to make a change, you're just not feeling good enough. And it is all in the mind. It's not something that, Ace of Swords in reverse. So again, it's just clarifying. Again, it's like you're telling yourself negative thoughts. You're getting in these negative thought spirals, and it's not helping you to trust your intuition. It is actually blocking it, because if you think about, you get this inspiration to do something that you really enjoy, that you really want to do, and then suddenly your mind steps in and says, nah, no one will like that, or you're not good enough, or you don't know how to do that, you can't do that. And you play yourself down. And that's what I'm really seeing here with the Ace of Swords and Page of Swords in reverse. You're not seeing things clearly. You're not trusting the intuition. It's there, but your mind is taking over. I'm just being called to say this as well. So when we think about spirit, intuition, everything that we download, all the messages from spirit that we download and we receive through our intuition, they are brief, quiet, instinctual feelings, right? We actually have to switch off our mind at times to be able to actually hear it. It's our intuition is that it's those first few seconds. It's that gut feeling. It's that, oh, what's my body telling me feeling. But as soon as your mind kicks in, your intuition doesn't yell at you. Your intuition doesn't scream at you. Your mind does that. And this is what's blocking you from moving forward, is just quite called to say that. So if you need to, meditate. Try and get rid of what's going on in the mind and focus on, okay, what is my body feeling? Maybe do one of those guided meditations where they talk about focusing on different parts of your body and what feelings you're having. That's sort of what I'm hearing for this collective. Really hone in on that intuition, because you are starting to see it, but it's getting blocked by whatever's going on in your mind that's telling you that you're not good enough. I want to see what's coming for collective, please. What's coming for collective? The Fool in reverse. So this is really about a bit of a fear of the unknown, fear of taking that leap of faith, over planning. You're really, again, you're telling yourself that it's not right. You're telling yourself, your mind is making up stories, basically, telling you, oh no, that's too risky. That's not what you want to do, because you're scared, and that's okay. It's okay to be scared. But again, sometimes this is a lesson that you have to learn, and you have to just push through it. What else is coming for collective? Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Missed opportunities. If you let it, right? You continue to let this block you, you will miss opportunities. Let's say this is a job opportunity. Let's say you really hate your job and you're like, oh, I really want a new job. And you see the job advertised and you're like, yeah, I want to apply for that. And then you talk yourself out of even applying. What is that? Just go for it. There's no harm in taking that leap of faith and giving it a go. The worst that will happen is that you'll realize it's not right for you and you'll find something else, right? It's not a bad thing to try, okay? And I do feel that it is literally just your mind telling you, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it. This is coming to my mind as well right now, is I don't know if this collective is feminine energy, but it is something it's coming to my mind. I'm going to say it. People in their feminine energy, women in the 3D, there tends to be a theme of not putting yourself forward unless you meet 10 out of 10 criteria to do that role. You need to be knowing everything about that job, everything about that path, everything, whatever. You need to know everything before you even start, thinking about applying for it. Whereas, men tend to say, oh yeah, I meet 5 or 6 out of those, I'll give it a crack. I can learn that. So it's and again, I don't want to be putting genders onto this, but it tends to be that feminine energy, that more feminine mindset of, I need to be meeting every single criteria here. You hold yourself back because you feel that you're not good enough, whereas actually you could be one of the best applicants for that job, but you never submit your resume, so they never know, and you never know. So again, it's all in your mind. Just have a go, take the leap of faith, get clear on what you want, and really trust your intuition on this. Meditate, really focus in on what your body's feeling. I just want one, or maybe two. Let's just get a picture of spirit. If this collective does take this leap of faith and gets out of their mind, what will happen? What will happen for this collective? If they can overcome these blocks, please. You need to make the decision to do it. Yep. Two of Wands in reverse. I want one more. Okay. So Two of Wands in reverse, it's really telling me there's a bit of stagnation still, even though you might make the choice to, you know, take that leap of faith, there's still some blocks and potentially some delays moving forward, even after you make that choice. So don't put a timer on it, and don't just say, oh, I didn't get that first job I applied for, or, well, whatever the situation might be, you know, it's about, you know, for you, whether it's about, a relationship, or, you know, family, or hobbies, or whatever it is that you're feeling not good enough for. Don't expect it to, you can't expect it to come straight away. You might need to try a few things out, is what I'm hearing with this. But I do feel that over time you will find that you are coming out of that feeling of being trapped in that mindset. And I'm seeing this. So the devil's very much about addictions, but I am feeling it's more of the addictive mind patterns that your ego gets into. Your mind tells you this story and you keep repeating it to yourself. And that's the pattern that I'm seeing with this devil in reverse that you're breaking free from. So as soon as you can break free from that, you know, it will take time for this collective. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I don't want you to be, you know, putting expectations on yourself and putting that pressure on yourself, that you feel like, oh, you know, if I don't get this first thing, I'm not going to, not going to succeed. Yeah, so Magician in reverse. So there's still effort here that's needed to really, you know, push through, and actually have the willpower to create what you want, right? Manifest your goals. So there's something here where you're still hesitating. You're not focused. You're not set on what this is that you need to be seeing. And I've got so many reverse cards here on the table for this collective. I was feeling so blocked and drained. Like I can just imagine what you're going through right now, and this feeling of, I don't even know whether my future will work out, even if I do make the choice to make that change. I don't even see it working out. And I feel like that's what you're telling yourself. You're like, I can't even see, how would this even work? And that's where I really feel your first card here, the Moon in reverse, you need to be focusing on listening to that intuition, meditating, really feeling that this is what my body's telling me that I need to do. This is what my soul is telling me that I need to do. I'm going to go and do that. Okay? So there's so many blocks here. There's so many things that you're telling yourself, right? And again, it's all in your mind. It's your ego is scared of change. You're patterning just what you're used to telling yourself. You know, I'm not good enough to do that, or I'm not the right fit. That's not what I'm meant to be doing. Whatever it is that you're fixating on at the moment, just take a step back from that mind. Accept the thought is there and say, you know what, I'm not going to listen to that thought. I'm going to listen to my body. I'm going to listen to what my body is telling me, what my intuition is telling me. Oftentimes, I'm also being called to say this, oftentimes, like first thing in the morning when you wake up, sometimes there can be this, you know, maybe you've dreamed something, or you've felt inspired to do something. That can often be that first signs of that intuition, because when you first wake up, you've been in that very relaxed state, that you haven't had your mind going crazy at you all day. And that's really where maybe you're going to find that start to come through a little stronger, first thing in the morning. I really want to get a oracle card for this collective. I'm going to get a shadow work card. I'm going to just see where does Spirit think this collective needs to put some work into just repairing some of the trauma that's holding this person back? So let's just have a shuffle of these. What does collective need to work on, please, Spirit? Does this collective need to work? Shame for being you. I'm going to put that card in a second. Humiliation, inner critic, identity suppression. Yeah, so you, again, it's literally you're telling yourself you're not good enough, right? Because you're afraid of, if other people do see you, that they're not going to think you're good enough. And so you prevent yourself from even being seen unless you're 120% sure that you're good enough for that, whatever it is in your life, right? That job, that hobby, whatever it is, it's like you've got to be perfect, the perfectionism. And you're worried about what others will think if you're not, perfect, right? With this lashing out, I'm really feeling this is something that you may not necessarily be argumentative and angry towards others. It actually, I feel this is directed inwards to yourself, which is, it's really harsh. Don't treat yourself like that when you wouldn't treat others like that. You're telling yourself some really negative things, and it's not great. It's something you need to work out how to stop yourself from doing, and stop getting into those spirals of I'm not good enough, and this is, it's something you need to work on every single day. Every single day. I want one more from this deck. Okay. Validation, addictions, but external approval, right? I need everyone else to think I'm perfect, that I think that they think I'm good enough, because otherwise I won't feel good enough, right? And it's literally stemming from you telling yourself in the first place that you need to be perfect. And no one is perfect, okay? No one is the best at every single thing that they've never done. Every human on the planet has had to learn and start somewhere. Everyone starts out small and grows and learns over time. It is not something you're expected, anyone would ever be expected to jump into something and be absolutely perfect from, minute one, right? You need to learn, and you need to give yourself the permission to actually take the time to learn too, and the time to grow. All right, I'm going to get just a couple of these oracle cards as well. I've just found these these have been really spot on for me when I pull them for myself. So I actually quite really like this deck. It's Repair, Evolution, Growth oracle cards. So let's just get a couple of these for collective. What does collective need to focus on, please? Oh, sorry. Oops, that's way too many. I'm just going to shuffle them back in. Way too many. Okay. Just a couple, please. 1, 2, perfect. Full circle completion. You have chosen to learn from your mistakes, move forward, closing out the cycle. Every layer of yourself you acknowledge is a layer that served its purpose. You are now feeling your power by seeing your inner strength and determination pay off. Be proud of this moment. Let it carry you forward. And I feel that's where you're headed after you overcome some of these barriers. So again, I'm not seeing you're quite there yet, but I think the more that you acknowledge that you're learning from mistakes, and mistakes are not bad, they are tools to learn and grow from. It is okay to not be perfect. And once you learn from that, you are finding, or you will find, that you will find that inner strength start to shine through more and more. So letting go of resistance. This cycle has ended and it's time to let go to experience new growth. And I'm seeing this here with this Page of Swords here. We're talking about something that you're telling yourself you're not good enough for an opportunity. I feel that where you are at the moment, that's something that your body is telling you that you need to let go of. Whatever it is that's resonating with you for this reading, whether it is a job or a situation, a person, whatever it is. It's vital to have closure and gratitude for the situation to make room for new things to enter. Go within and find what is holding you back. Change is necessary in this situation. And I'm just going to say again, there is so many reverse cards here on the table. This is a really self-critical energy, I want to say, and it's not a good place to be in. So anything in your life that makes you feel shame for being you, shame for not being perfect, whatever it is, maybe that's not the right situation for you to be putting yourself into, right? You know, there's nothing wrong with giving things a go and saying, you know what, this is not for me. I'm going to move on to the next thing. But you need to take that leap of faith and you need to stop telling yourself that you're not good enough to do it, because you are. Before I close this off, I just want to get a couple of cards. Bear with me a second. I'm going to get another deck. I'm going to get the Arcane Tarot here. I just want to see, where is this collective shining from universe's perspective? Who is this collective? Just to get a better idea of how you really are shining and what your strengths really are, because I feel like at the moment you're not seeing that. And I think it'll be important for you to see that for this collective. So let's get an idea, Spirit, how is collective shining for the universe here? The World, completing your cycles, full circle. You don't get a world unless you actually make that change and get out of that pattern and stop repeating those cycles. So maybe it is just literally just flipping those Ace of Swords, Page of Swords, and just saying, you know what, I'm going to stop that mindset that I've got, and I'm going to take that leap of faith. Flip those cards, take that opportunity, flip that card. You've got it there. There's something, you're holding yourself back. All right, what else have we got coming up, please, Spirit? How are you, universe, seeing this collective? Oh, that's a bloody deck. Hang on. Okay. Oh, 10 of Cups. Emotional fulfillment. Family. Maybe you are someone who absolutely adores your family. I am seeing a mother who just sacrifices for her family and just loves so deeply, builds on everyone else. You're like the life of the holidays. You put so much effort into, family days and holidays and experiences for the whole family. And you love so deeply. I'm seeing this for this collective, and I said, there's something here you're not quite seeing in yourself. You're not seeing this version of yourself because you're telling yourself it's not true. It's not truly how you're shining. One more, please, Spirit. How is this collective shining? 10 of Pentacles. You can't be serious. 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. You are beautiful. You are vibrant, abundant. Oh my God. How can you possibly see yourself in this way? Please. I don't know who this collective is, but I hope you've watched till the end, because like this is how you should be seeing yourself. You are 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. Like you've made it. The universe thinks that you're amazing, okay? So please, 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 please stop telling yourself that you're not. It's all in your mind, I promise you. Sit there with that intuition and you will start to see it too. I'm blown away by just the change in energy between these cards and this deck. Like, you don't see yourself right. You don't see yourself truly. You see yourself as the moon upright. Universe sees you as the moon in reverse. You have that intuition. You're blocking it. Your mind is blocking it. All right. Lots of love and best of luck for your next adventure.